The farmhouse had always stood stoic against the test of time, nestled amidst acres of lush greenery that stretched as far as the eye could see. Its rustic charm had lured me in, promising a peaceful retreat from the chaos of the world outside. Little did I, Emily, know that behind its weathered walls and sun-kissed fields lay a darkness that would haunt me forever. I arrived at the farmhouse on a warm summer's day, greeted by the gentle sway of the tall grass and the distant hum of insects. The air was thick with the scent of earth and decay, a foreboding hint of the horrors that awaited me within. As I settled into my new home, I couldn't shake the feeling of being watched. Shadows danced in the corners of my vision, and whispers echoed through the empty rooms. The farmhouse seemed to hold its breath, as if waiting for something terrible to happen. Despite my growing unease, I tried to convince myself that it was just my imagination playing tricks on me. But as the days passed, strange occurrences became harder to ignore. Livestock vanished without a trace, and the once vibrant fields withered and died. One night, as I lay awake in bed, I heard it, a low, guttural moan that seemed to emanate from the very walls of the farmhouse. Heart pounding, I followed the sound down creaking stairs and into the cellar. There, in the dim light of a flickering lantern, I discovered the source of the horror that had taken root on the farm. Rows of cages lined the walls, each filled with emaciated figures, human, yet twisted and contorted beyond recognition. I stumbled back in horror, realizing too late the true nature of the farmhouse and its dark secrets. And as the door slammed shut behind me, sealing my fate within its walls, I knew that I would never escape the whispers in the wheat fields. Days turned into weeks, and I became a prisoner in my own home, haunted by the knowledge of the atrocities hidden beneath the farmhouse. Every night, I heard the anguished cries of those trapped in the cellar, their suffering a constant reminder of my own powerlessness. Desperate for answers, I scoured the farmhouse for clues, piecing together fragments of a macabre puzzle that threatened to consume me. I uncovered journals filled with the mad ramblings of previous inhabitants, their minds shattered by the horrors they had witnessed. But the more I learned, the more I realized that the darkness that plagued the farmhouse ran deeper than I could have ever imagined. It was a darkness born of greed and cruelty, fueled by the insatiable thirst for power and control. As the days stretched into months, I began to lose hope of ever escaping the clutches of the farmhouse. Each passing moment brought me closer to madness, until I could no longer distinguish between reality and nightmare. And then, one fateful night, as I lay trembling in the darkness, I heard a voice, a whisper in the wheat fields, calling out to me with a promise of salvation. With trembling hands, I followed the sound, knowing that it would lead me to either my salvation or my doom. As I emerged from the fields, blinking in the pale light of dawn, I saw it, the silhouette of a figure standing amidst the swaying wheat. With a heart full of hope, I stumbled forward, ready to embrace whatever fate awaited me beyond the farmhouse walls. And as I drew closer, the figure stepped forward into the light, revealing a face that mirrored my own, a reflection of the darkness that had consumed me, and the glimmer of light that still burned within.